Have you ever looked at the world's most successful people and just thought, wow, they got lucky? It's a really common thought, right? But what if it's not luck? What if there's a kind of mental operating system that drives these top performers? Today, we're going to decode that blueprint. And yeah, the title says billionaire, but this isn't really about money. It's about a psychological code that honestly anyone can learn.
So let's get right to it. Is it all just a roll of the dice, a happy accident? I mean, sure, luck definitely plays a part in life. Nobody's denying that. But when you really dig into the minds of top performers, you start to see this incredibly consistent, powerful pattern. And it all starts with one fundamental shift in how you see the world.
And this slide right here, this is the absolute core of it. It all boils down to these two mindsets. Do you believe that life just happens to you, that you're just a passenger along for the ride? Or do you believe that life happens because of you, that you're the one in the driver's seat? This single difference is the foundation for absolutely everything we're about to talk about.
All right, so let's tackle that first idea head on. In this first section, we're going to completely dismantle this myth of luck. We're going to uncover the psychology that top performers are using, maybe without even realizing it, to create their own opportunities. You know, this isn't just some motivational quote you'd see on a poster. It's a real, observable pattern. When researchers study the language of hyper-successful people, they notice something funny. The word luck is almost never in their vocabulary when they talk about their own journey. It's like they're operating from a completely different cognitive script, one that just removes chance from the equation of their success. So if they're not chalking it all up to luck, what's the secret? Well, it all comes down to this foundational concept in psychology that really explains, well, pretty much everything. It's called your locus of control. See, high achievers, they operate with a really strong internal locus of control. It's this deep, fundamental belief that you are the author of your own life story. It's not about fate. It's not about destiny. It's the conviction that your actions and the results of those actions are on you. And look at how this plays out in the real world. You fail an exam. The external mindset? The teacher was so unfair. The internal mindset? Okay, I clearly didn't prepare enough. A project gets delayed. It's either the economy is just so bad right now, or it's, what did I miss in my planning? You can see the pattern, right? One mindset gives all its power away, and the other takes radical, total ownership. But here's the thing. Taking ownership is only half the battle. It's one thing to say, okay, this is my responsibility, but it's a whole other thing to truly believe you have the power to change the outcome. And that brings us to our next crucial piece of the puzzle, the power of belief. In psychology, they call this self-efficacy. And you should think of it less as just general, vague confidence and more as your specific belief that you can actually do the things needed to hit a goal. It's that I can do this muscle, and let me tell you, the world's best have trained that muscle to be incredibly strong. And this is how that belief completely changes the game. For someone with low self-efficacy, a big challenge feels like a threat. It's scary, it's something you want to run away from. But for someone with high self-efficacy, that exact same challenge is just a task to be mastered. A setback isn't a stop sign, it's just a piece of data to analyze. Okay, so you're taking ownership, and you believe you can succeed. Awesome. But there is a huge mental trap that derails most people right at this stage. It's this little cognitive bias that protects our ego in the short term, but it absolutely crushes our growth in the long term. Let's call it the ego trap, and let's figure out how to flip it. The culprit has a name. It's called the self-serving bias. And guess what? We're all wired to do this. It's our brain's default setting. When something goes right, we think, yep, I'm a genius. And when something goes wrong, we immediately look for someone or something else to blame. It feels good, it protects our ego, but it keeps us from learning a single thing. This is the mantra of the ego trap, that little voice in our head. Success is all me, but failure? Oh, that's their fault. It feels safe, you know, but in reality, it's a cage. It's a cage that prevents any real learning or personal growth. But the truly successful, they flip this script completely. They practice something called intellectual humility, and they reframe the entire equation. For them, success is a great lesson in what works. But failure is an even better lesson in what needs to be fixed. Every single outcome, good or bad, is just feedback. It's all just data. So how do we actually put all this together?
How do you take that ownership, build that self-belief, and learn from every single outcome? Well, it requires activating a different, more practical kind of intelligence. This isn't about IQ scores or what you learned in a textbook. This is about practical intelligence, what a lot of us just call street smarts. It's the ability to look at a messy, real-world situation, pull from your entire library of past experiences, and figure out the most effective thing to do right now. And the best part is, you can actually train this. Start thinking of yourself as an everyday scientist in your own life. It's simple. Step 1, form a hypothesis. Okay, if I try this new sales approach, I think this will happen. Step 2, go test it. Actively change things. Step 3, analyze the results without letting your ego get in the way. And step 4, the most important one, apply what works and throw out what doesn't. You can literally experiment your way to success. This metaphor is just so powerful because it's so true, isn't it? You can spend your entire life operating on your old mental script, walking into the same exact hole every single day and wondering why you're stuck. Or, the moment you become aware of the pattern, you gain the power to choose a different road. And that awareness, that's everything.
When you really boil it all down, this entire blueprint comes down to one single transformative idea. You are the owner of your reality. You're not just a renter, and you are definitely not a victim. You hold the deed. So the only question left to ask yourself is, knowing that, what are you going to build?